Welcome back to Touring Townsends. We're Dave and Jill, and we travel as much as possible in our Carthago Liner for Two motorhome. We're currently on a trip around the Pembrokeshire and West Wales coast. We started in Tenby and we've been working our way round. This week we land in Broadhaven and then St David's. We explore the beautiful beach at Broadhaven and the rock pools, and we walk the coast path, taking the bus to Newgale Sands and walking back, passing by beautiful Druidston as well. Once in St David's, we have a little look round the city, beautiful cathedral of course, and we encounter narrow lanes once again, but it's worth it to get to our campsite because our pitch has beautiful views. On the way to Broadhaven, we stopped off at the Morrisons in Haverfordwest, firstly to do a big shop and then to use the washing machines that are in the car park there, our first wash since we started this trip. We then travelled back through Haverfordwest to try and get to Broadhaven, but got a bit tangled up in the one-way system, and I assume we took a wrong turning because this road proved to be very narrow once again. Once we'd parked up, we got the washing out and then we had lunch and then headed for a walk into Broadhaven down the country lanes. From the site it's about 30 minutes, but there's only one bit that's on the busy main road. If you enjoy the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to leave us a comment. Let us know if you love Pembrokeshire as much as we do. Broadhaven was the first part of Pembrokeshire we discovered. Have you been to Broadhaven? Good morning. So today we're walking down into Broadhaven where we're going to catch the Puffin Shuttle. This is a bus service that runs along the west coast on the tiny coast roads up and down during the summer. I think it's sort of May to the end of September. So we're going to catch a bus along the coast northwards and get off at Newgale Sands and then walk back along the coast path. I think it's supposed to be about 10 or 12 kilometre walk, and we'll take it easy, so it should be okay. It is very windy today. We're actually in a really sheltered lane walking down from the campsite here, but once we're exposed it's very windy and it's quite cloudy as well, so good walking weather as long as we don't get blown off anywhere. So we'll see how we get on. So we got off the bus at the far end of Newgale Beach, right by a cafe, so we stopped for a cup of coffee and then we walked along the beach and up the hill onto the coast path, ready for our walk back to Broadhaven. Still pretty windy, but it's not too cold, so it's quite nice for walking. So far, so good. Next morning, the forecast was for a sunny day, so we hopped back on the Puffin shuttle, got off at Druidston Haven and spent the day on the beach. It was still quite windy, but we managed to find a little area where we were sheltered from the wind. Dave even had a swim. So it was time to move on to our next site, which was in St David's. We weren't able to check in there until after 3 o'clock, so we left the site in Broadhaven, drove down into Broadhaven and parked in the car park there. There were some large spaces suitable for motorhomes, and we planned to stop, have some lunch, and then move on to St David's later in the day. On our way to St David's, we detoured via Goodwick, where we knew there was LPG. It's where the truck is parked and we were able to access it easily. We then continued on to St David's. The road down to Carefay Bay and the campsite where we're staying, which is Carefay Bay campsite, is quite tight in places. There are passing places along the road, but there is quite a bit of traffic coming up from the beach car park. So we weren't looking forward to this, but fortunately we didn't have any encounters that caused us to have to reverse for a change. Morning all. So we have settled in St David's at Carefay Bay Caravan and Tent Park. I think that's what it's called. There's two campsites down this road, so one's Carefay Farm, we're at the other one. We've come back here because we've been here a few times and it's just stunning views from the pitch. So we chose which pitch we wanted. We've paid a bit extra to have the views, and we can just sit in an evening and just watch over the bay. It's glorious. St David's is a lovely little place, and there's a bus service running all around the area, so you can get over to White Sands Bay, which is a gorgeous beach. And there's of course lots of coastal walking. There's boat trips. Dave hasn't made his mind up yet which one we're doing, but hopefully we'll get on one this week. And we're settled here for a whole week, which is very unusual for us, but it was the only way we could get the pitch we wanted, so we've decided to do a whole week in one place for a change. So let's see what we get up to this week. Firstly, we're going to go and have a wander around the St David's city itself. Morning all. So today we're out to do some walking. We've done this particular walk at least twice before. It walks around the headland from St David's to St Justinians, and we might make it to White Sands Bay. We don't know yet, we'll see how Dave's ankle's holding up. But it's a beautiful walk. In the past it's always been about seal spotting because it's been the pupping season. We're a bit early for that this year, but we'll keep our eyes open for wildlife anyway. This is the remains of St Non's Chapel, who's said to be the mother of the patron saint of Wales, St David. This is a holy well and is thought to have healing properties. We'd planned to catch the bus at St Justinians, but despite just getting there as the bus arrived, it was full and it wouldn't take us. So we decided to just walk back on the roads to St David's. It wasn't too far, even though we were quite tired after our walk, it wasn't bad. So I'm going to leave the video there for this week, and do join us again next week as we continue to explore the St David's area, and we'll be taking a boat trip over to Ramsey Island to explore the island for the day. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and do leave us a comment. We'd love to know if you like Pembrokeshire as much as we do, or have you even visited? Not everybody's discovered this beautiful part of Wales. See you next week.